EXO and BTS are back in action. K-pop's powerhouses return in 2026. The global music landscape is experiencing a seismic shift as two of K-pop's most influential groups make their triumphant return to the stage. After years of anticipation, careful planning, and dedicated fans counting down the days, EXO and BTS are officially back in action, marking what many are calling the most significant moment in K-pop history since the pandemic era. For millions of fans worldwide, this isn't just about music, it's about the return of cultural phenomena that have shaped an entire generation's relationship with Korean pop culture. Both groups have spent considerable time away from the spotlight, fulfilling their mandatory military service obligations in South Korea, a requirement that affects all able-bodied Korean men. During their absence, the industry continued to evolve, new groups emerged, and the landscape shifted dramatically. Yet the anticipation for their return never wavered. EXO, known for their powerful vocals, intricate choreography, and concept-driven releases, has been a cornerstone of SM Entertainment's success since their debut. The group's ability to blend various musical genres while maintaining a distinctly Korean sound has earned them a dedicated global fanbase known as EXO-L. Their synchronized performances and the individual talents of each member have set industry standards that newer groups still strive to match. Songs like Growl, Love Shot, and Monster became anthems that defined an era, and their influence on the second and third generation of K-pop acts is undeniable. The members of EXO have used their time during enlistment periods strategically. Solo activities, acting roles, and personal growth have all contributed to their development as artists and individuals. This maturation promises to bring fresh perspectives to their group work, potentially resulting in music that reflects their experiences and evolution. Fans are eager to see how these individual journeys will translate into their collective artistry. BTS represents a different but equally powerful force in the industry. Their journey from a small company's hopeful project to global superstars who've addressed the United Nations, performed at major international events, and broken countless records is the stuff of legend. The group's authentic approach to discussing mental health, self-love, and societal pressures resonated with audiences far beyond typical K-pop demographics. Their ARMY fanbase became one of the most organized and passionate communities in modern music history, capable of mobilizing for charitable causes, breaking streaming records, and creating unprecedented social media movements. What makes this dual return particularly exciting is the timing. Both groups are coming back to an industry they helped build but one that has continued to transform in their absence. The K-pop market has expanded exponentially, with more Western collaborations, increased streaming numbers, and greater acceptance in mainstream global media. These groups won't be returning to the same landscape they left, they'll be entering an evolved ecosystem where their legacy has become foundational knowledge for newer fans. The musical direction both groups will take remains a subject of intense speculation and excitement. Will EXO continue their sophisticated R&B influences mixed with electronic elements? Will BTS build upon their hip-hop roots or explore the more experimental sounds they've hinted at in recent solo projects? The creative freedom that comes with established success means both groups can take artistic risks that newer acts might not dare attempt. Industry experts are watching closely to see how these comebacks will affect market dynamics. Concert venues are already preparing for what will undoubtedly be massive tour demands. Merchandise companies are ramping up production. Streaming platforms are optimizing their systems to handle the anticipated traffic. The economic impact of these returns extends far beyond album sales, it touches every aspect of the entertainment industry, from fashion collaborations to tourism. The solo work that members pursued during breaks has only heightened anticipation for group activities. Fans have witnessed the individual growth of each member, seeing them tackle acting roles, release solo albums, participate in variety shows, and develop their personal brands. This individual success raises questions about how the group dynamic will function now that each member has tasted independent creative control. The balance between individual artistry and group cohesion will be fascinating to observe. Social media has transformed dramatically since these groups began their hiatuses. TikTok has become a primary music discovery platform, Instagram has evolved its features, and YouTube continues to dominate video content. How both groups navigate these platforms, engage with fans through new technologies, and adapt their promotional strategies to current trends will be crucial to their continued relevance. Their teams understand that returning means not just making music but creating content that fits modern consumption patterns. The emotional aspect of these returns cannot be overstated. For many fans, these groups provided soundtrack moments to their formative years. First loves, graduations, personal struggles, and triumphs all had EXO or BTS songs attached to them. The return represents not just the comeback of favorite artists but the revival of deeply personal memories and emotional connections. Fan communities have maintained their bonds during the wait, and now they're ready to celebrate together. Collaborations and features will likely play a significant role in both groups' comeback strategies. The global music industry has become increasingly collaborative, with genre boundaries blurring and international partnerships becoming standard practice. Both groups have the clout and connections to work with virtually any artist in the world. These potential collaborations could introduce their music to entirely new audiences while satisfying longtime fans' desires for fresh sounds. The competition between fandoms, while sometimes intense, ultimately benefits the entire K-pop ecosystem. When EXO and BTS both promote simultaneously, it creates a rising tide that lifts all boats. Media attention on K-pop increases, streaming numbers across the genre rise, and international interest in Korean culture intensifies. This healthy rivalry pushes both groups to deliver their absolute best work. Looking forward, these comebacks represent more than nostalgia, they're statements about longevity in an industry often criticized for its focus on youth. Both groups are proving that talent, dedication, and genuine connection with audiences can sustain careers beyond the typical K-pop lifecycle. They're setting precedents for how established acts can remain relevant while allowing space for personal growth and artistic evolution. The infrastructure surrounding these returns is massive. Record labels have devoted substantial resources to ensuring successful launches. Marketing campaigns spanning multiple countries, translated content for international fans, and strategic release timing all demonstrate the professionalism and scale of modern K-pop operations. This isn't just about making music, it's about executing complex, multinational business strategies while maintaining artistic integrity. As we move through 2026, the impact of these returns will become increasingly clear. Chart performances, concert attendance, streaming numbers, and cultural conversations will all provide metrics for success. But perhaps the most important measure will be the smiles on fans' faces and the energy in venues when these groups perform live again. After years of waiting, the moment has finally arrived, and the K-pop world will never be quite the same.